Hello friends, James Stevenson with a very quick reaction video. A ton of people tagged me on this tweet and asked to get my reaction to it, so I guess I will just first check in with Loki. Gotta see how Loki's doing. There he is, snoozing in bed. If I don't check in on Loki enough, people will tell me that I'm not giving Loki enough screen time. And then we'll head to our desktop and see a tweet from Moon at TOHZANN, captioned only, "So who is the YouTuber who encouraged you to buy FTX, hashtag Tesla, hashtag Elon Musk, hashtag FTX?" So let's scroll down a little bit. Maybe I'll cheat this window a little bit over so we can see the whole frame. And I'll hit play and give this a listen.
It's a good read. Wrapping up, I am investing in FTT because FTX looks super disruptive. And at its pace, if you plot the graph, it's going to be number one. I've been using FTX. I'm loving it, and my only regret is not introducing you to FTX earlier. My apologies, and have fun. Below it is a good.
Yeah, well, what can I say about that video, except to say that FTX was indeed disruptive, if you haven't been following the news. FTX went bankrupt, taking with it many billions of dollars of money people invested in it. I saw some tweets from Ken yesterday claiming that he didn't lose more than half of the 5% of money he had invested in FTX. Still, ouch. That's tough. I mean, the more different things you tell people they should or should not invest in over time, the more of those are gonna add up into failures, right? So anybody who's been doing this very long and making very many predictions, some of those are going to go bad. The first rule of forecasting is whatever you forecast, it will be wrong, right? So Ken was wrong about FTX. It turned out to be a big Ponzi scheme, and a whole bunch of people lost a whole bunch of money, and some of them are watching this video right now. So sorry that happened to you. It's unfortunate whenever anybody gets ripped off by somebody. Ken is a trader. He's made a lot of right calls and he's made a lot of wrong calls over the years. And the part that I object to is not saying, hey, I think we're in for a bad time over the next short term with a lot of volatility. Maybe there's going to be some downward movement in a stock or whatever. And then either being right or wrong about that. I mean, it's a coin flip. When you say the stock is going to go down, probably it will go down, right? On at least some of the days that follow saying that. So I never had a problem with Ken sharing his view on what he thought Tesla's stock price would do. The part that I objected to was advising people who had already invested in Tesla to sell their stock and wait for it to hit $120 to $140 before buying it back. Because there is no guarantee that Tesla will ever trade in the $120 to $140 range again. It hasn't in a few years. Maybe it will and maybe it won't, right? One of those two things is going to happen. If it happens, it won't invalidate my criticism, which is that you shouldn't tell people who wanted to invest in a stock long term that it's a better idea for them to sell in the hopes of buying it back much lower later, because those people may lose their shares if the stock price recovers and continues to rise, and then they buy, they make a FOMO purchase on the way up or once it hits all-time highs, right? And then they own less shares than they owned in the first place, and they lost money on that trade. The the outcome is not the concern. Meaning, if Tesla gets to $140, then people will tell me that Ken was right. By the way, people are already telling me that Ken was right, and I was wrong to criticize him in my earlier reaction videos. Tesla has not traded at $140 yet, but if Tesla does trade at $140, my objection will still stand on its own merit, which is that was increasing the risk that those investors bore, telling them to sell in the hopes of buying back later lower, right? So that's my reaction video, and I will check back in with Loki, see how he's doing. He looks like he's doing okay. And I will outro and say if you enjoyed today's video, click the like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, why not go ahead and subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell to get alerts when I post fresh content. And thank you to everyone who supports me on Patreon or on YouTube, and a special thank you to my two executive producers, Kathy Kitchler and Halter Ferguson Financial, and I will see you in the next one.